Hi guys, welcome back to TKMR Gaming. I'm Dran and we're playing some more Pillars of Eternity. So it's been a couple days since I last played. Let me just remind myself of what I've got to do. That's the one with endurance, and that one's I've got to go to Cadnua for Ader's quest. Okay, yeah, I think what we're going to do is look around town a bit. I noticed that I still have really low health from the last video where I think I almost got wiped. Was that the thing that happened? I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to head around town and do a couple of the quests.
Of course.
Because I've played a little more in my off-camera game. And I know that there's a quest you can get from here, from Alpha, to check out, what's it called? Anschlag's compass. So we're going to do that first. And then maybe once we've done that, we'll head into this dungeon here and explore that a little. Here we go. Although before I head into that area, out into the wild, I should probably rest up in the inn and stock up on camping supplies. But let's speak to her first. A Derwidden woman is standing in front of a fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is quite clearly pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Good day, stranger.
Nice cat. I've just arrived in Gilded Vale. I'd like to get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? Master Odem was, by chance? I was, yes. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalisha was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I just can't believe she's gone. So that's right. Kalisha did mention she had a sister who lived in Gilded Vale. So this was the one. Why did you send for Kalisha? I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalisha as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Redrick, he's exiled all of them, calling it sign of a god's disfavour. With my Haythort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hoped Kalisha could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a ways to prevent a child being hollowborn, but she moved south to Anschlag's compass 2 seasons ago. Okay, I'll head out that way. It's what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the welds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. Okay. Well, I've already explored out that way, so I know I can get there. In fact, I can skip the wilds and go straight there. Man, loading screens in this game take a while. Maybe it's just my computer. It's not a very powerful machine. Let's see. To the inn down here. Because we've got 2 camping supplies. I think we can store up to 4. So I'll stock up on those. I'll rest, and then we'll head to that part of the map. Head south.
Greetings.
Let's see what you have for sale. I can only store 2, so let's take those. 126 copper. That's a fair bit of cash. Maybe I can offset it a little with some by selling some stuff. Yeah, look at all this. I don't need this. Yeah, pretty much all of this is junk. Let's keep that fine greatsword. Although it is worth a fair bit. Look at that, 400 copper. Oh well, I don't really need it. And all of these armors. if I need any of these, like for another character I create, I could just sell them all back, buy it back. So yeah, that's going to earn me 600 copper just from all that. Nice. Okay. And let's well, what does resolve do again? Let's find out. Was it the journal you check? Encyclopedia. Does this actually tell you? Combat character statistics. Resolve. Increases characters' internal drive, determination, fearlessness, and the emotional intensity they can project to others. It can be useful for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. In combat, it helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to the will and deflection defenses. And deflection is like against direct melee and ranged attacks that are not AoE. Okay. Oops.
Hail and well met.
And how much did it cost for that? 100 copper. You know, I don't think we'll actually need it. We'll just go for the free one.
Hey.
Oh, it looks like it's nighttime now. Well, it'll probably be morning by the time we arrive. Because yeah, I think
Right,
monsters are more numerous and possibly a little stronger when you travel during night. 10 hours, yeah, that should be fine. The raw damage type always ignores damage reductions of the target. Only a small number of attacks such as poisons or mental powers inflict raw damage. Okay. Adieu, egg Dran. Two villagers stand by one of the tide pools. They are breathing harshly, clearly winded, and look up nervously as you approach.
Hello.
If you're here to fish, as we were, stranger, you'll want to avoid the compass proper. A lot of ships wind up spread across the rocks here, so we didn't think much of the wreckage, until we heard something. A terrible noise. I thought it maybe was a survivor, but he wasn't alive. Moving, but not truly alive. It was awful. What do you mean, what did you see? Corpses. Walking corpses. We don't want any part of it, whatever the cause. Maybe we can find something in these tide pools, and then we're headed straight home. Okay? They're fishing. Except I lost my fishing rod when I flung it at the head of one of those monsters. We were looking at the tide pools over and thought we'd try our luck down by the rocks. Got the fright of our lives. We'll have to make do with the nets here or go hungry. Okay.
Huh?
Oh, a sharp. Oh, 3 of them. Okay, these guys should be pretty weak. So
Leave it to me.
I don't think I actually need to worry too much about setting them a proper strategy. Oh, well, that's one NPC dead. That's a pity, but you know, what can you do? Yep, no problem. Glad I could help. Is there anything out here? Nope. So then let's finish exploring. More sharps? Yeah. Yeah, these guys are weak, so I don't think you actually need to worry too much about them. Although Eddie, maybe I should equip Eddie with a crossbow.
You're not getting through me.
Do I still have one? Crossbow. We got a bow there. Yeah, let's get rid of that saber. Oh, I'm still in combat apparently. Let's wait for it to recharge. Okay, there we go. Let's dump that saber and give him a bow. I think I prefer a crossbow, but you know, I don't have. Well, actually, can I take one from the stash? Oh wait, I sold them all. Okay, that may have been a silly move, but I mean they're not exactly rare. I'll find one. Let's go south first. Oh. Ranga. I think that's the woman I'm supposed to find. You find yourself facing a towering Almala woman. Her skin is the warm gold brown of a dying sunset, with pale fish-white patches at throat and hands. Wavy red-brown hair, pulled into tight braids around a stripe of bare skin that follows the curve of her skull, flows down over her broad shoulders.
Gods keep you.
Have you come for the medicines and craftworks, or to share the fire? Alpha sent me here. She says that you know some way to ensure that her child is not a hollowborn. More of Lord Redrick's frightened flock. I know what she's speaking of. I imagine she's somewhat desperate, sending you out here for her. She gave you payment, I expect. Whatever it is, you keep it. I don't need coin. I need you to do something for me instead. There's a Sharp tribe to the northeast, led by one of their priests. Tana was exiled from there some time ago, and her scouts still lurk about this place, waiting for an opportunity to end his life. The Sharp lets out a rattling squawk, head dripping. One day I will have to go for supplies, and I will come back to find my assistant slain. How will I help anyone then? You rid me of this nuisance, and I will do what I can for Alfra. And throw in something for you too. Okay. Where did she say? To the northeast? A mother's plea. Hunted by members of his old tribe. Their camp is at the northeast section of the lagoon, so I guess that means up here rather than here, but I'll explore my way up there. Might as well make my way around. Oh, Eddie, what are you equipped with? Yeah, switch to the bow. So unfortunate that I've only got one frontline fighter. Maybe I'll have to find a new one or create a new one. But in the meantime,
Alright then.
this should suffice. Because sharps, as you can see, are barely worth worrying about. Oh. The hell are sporelings? Okay, let's sneak.
Be discreet.
Got an idea here.
I'm here.
Do I have the no? I think it's Aloth that
How
has the
may I
ball of
help?
fire. Yes.
Indeed.
So let's have him move up and cast that.
Lavaru beyond seek.
Okay, and then sneak up the way. Oh, too late.
Hey.
So to move everyone up. Okay. There, in fact, everyone. Now you're all roughly in position. Oh
Hey.
shit. Okay, we do have a priest, so let's cast Armor of Faith.
I'm here.
And where are you all off? Okay. Let's move you down there. And cast Final Flames that way. That worked pretty well actually. Okay. Heal him and
How may I help?
everyone else just
here.
do whatever you're doing. Okay. Come on, Adair. You can survive this. You've got a giant door as your shield. But why are you not doing anything, Aloth? Well, there's still an enemy there, but it looks like combat ended. So that's good.
Hey.
Let's loot all these guys. What did they drop? Dank spores. Dank spores? Dank meme.
Alright then.
Okay. It's got a 20 reduction to... No, it's not. It's got 7 reduction. Its defenses for, I think that's piercing, are 20. I don't know about anything else. Or is that... Maybe it's like reflex. I can't remember what the name of the defenses are in this game. Oh well, it's not that important, I guess. So what I'm actually going to do is cast that.
How may I help?
And then cast some magic missiles. I'll have a dare charge in.
What is it?
You can shoot from afar.
What?
And you can do the same.
Lava Ruby Unseek.
Oh, look at that. Confused. So he turns red. Interesting. Oh, and now the fighters are confused. Okay, we've got him back. There we go. I think everyone's fine. Yep. I don't know, this is the exact same cave from when we fought the bear. Like, even the campfire, the cooking pot is still there. Moss and mold cover the bones like a blanket. They smell earthy and wet. Lovely. Some cash. And an arbalist. Let's give that one. I knew I'd find something like that. Some cash. Some cave coral. Great. Eddie, you just got yourself a new weapon. Beautiful.
Hey.
Oh, I already looted that chest. Okay. Anything else here? Oh, there's a crafting mat there. And that looks like it's it. So let's carry on. Onward! Where are we? Okay. Yeah, let's make our way around here, I guess. It seems perfectly sound strategy. Maybe I should sneak.
Keeping an eye out.
It's slower, but actually, what is the hotkey for? I'm pretty sure there's a hotkey for double speed. Controls, game. Double speed is D. There we go, fast mode. So now even while I'm sneaking, I can still move at a fairly decent rate. Aha, there we go. I knew there would be some hidden treasure in there somewhere. What's this? Page file from Valin's Travels. This guy, I keep finding these pages all over the place. I met a helpful Darwood woman while in Gilded Vale. She was an invaluable guide during my time in that sorry village, and agreed to accompany me some part of the way towards Anslag's compass. We parted ways in the wilds known as Magrin's Fork, but I gave her my amulet, which I think we found already, so that she might remember me fondly. Perhaps I will return to these lands someday after all. Well, I'm sorry to say she's dead. In fact, all of this guy's companions seem to be dead.
Hey.
He must be quite an unlucky person to travel with. Okay, how close can I get before I get seen? Oh, okay. Oh, apparently that was. It was just a solo sharp. No allies? That poor thing. Oh, he's dead now. What's this? A fine crossbow. Oh, okay. I'll dump that on him. And Favino's letter, once again. How is it that so grand a journey as mine should lead me here? The people of the Darwood call this pitiable lagoon a sight to see, but all I have experienced here is misfortune. I fought to explore the cavern by the waters, only to discover it was home to sporlings. Killed them for you. I went to see the vaunted compass, and lost the bulk of my lighters when I tripped over some driftwood. I guess that was what we just found. And at last I made to inspect my dragon skulls nearby, only to be menaced by some foolish little shorps. I will return to Gilded Vale as soon as I catch my breath. At least the shorps do not appear to have followed. Okay. Well, I guess this poor bastard was killed by that, sharp I just fought. Oh, what the heck? A ghoul. I guess it's the zombies that those, fishermen were talking about. Let's see how quick it dies. Badly injured? Yeah, this is quite an easy one too. He did get a few good hits on it there, but he was on his own, so it didn't really matter.
The better part of valor.
Yeah, let's go. And I guess this is the so-called compass. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's 3 of them, okay. In that case,
Yes?
let's be a little more
What?
strategic about how we play this. So let's drop a Armor of Faith. Actually, forget that. Belay that. Cast a Holy Radiance.
Yes?
Let's use some magic missiles
Aye?
and another one. And
Yes.
I forgot to check that crossbow. I'll do that later. Okay, what's going on? It is not actually taking that much damage. Okay, everyone just focus fire on him. There we go. Okay. That wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. In the center of a ring of jagged stone, this boulder casts long shadows across the sand as it moves overhead. So it's like a sundial. Oh, there's another one there. Appears to be on his own. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's fine. Come on!
Leave it to me.
Keep going. What the? What did that shield mean? Oh well. Okay, before I forget, let's take a look at this. It's faster. Interrupt is the same. Damage is slightly worse, it seems. But the Arbalist has reduced crit damage, while this one is fine. I can't remember what fine means. Oh, increased accuracy and slightly higher damage. Okay, so it looks like, you know, the base is there, and that's the actual damage it does. So I think that actually does take the fine enchantment into account. Huh. And what was the difference? Compare. Okay, it's, I think the max damage is a little lower, is like 3 lower, but the minimum is only 1. And since it's got a higher accuracy, I think you're more likely to actually get stronger hits. So, oh, this one, reduce crit damage. Crits can inflict prone. Oh, okay, no, ignore that. See, I'm actually going to use the crossbow instead. Oh, what the? He can't equip it or something? Oh, because I'm in combat, I bet. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Let's send that. And those to crafting to the stash. I'm sure this rope and grappling hook will come in handy someday.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, it looks like this place is clear. Oh. Some scale armor. Just send that to the stash. A male coif. Is anyone who doesn't... it doesn't really matter. These don't have a stats. And some money. Okay. Am I missing anything? Oh, there's some stuff in the sand. This is what I get for not running around with this button. Oh. Well, another gem. And page from Philvana's Travels. While travelling west towards Gilded Vale, I encountered a fellow traveller of some considerable intelligence, and we engaged in pleasant conversation. It came to light that the poor fellow had the most execrable pair of boots upon him. I gave him one of my spare sets that he might better appreciate Valian craftsmanship. May they serve him well, for he said he intended to cross the wilderness known as a Black Meadow. I cannot imagine it is a pleasant place. Huh, okay. The Black Meadow. Maybe he was on his way to Cadnua. Because if I recall correctly... I can't actually access it. Okay. If I recall correctly, the only place beyond the Black Meadow is Cadnua, where we've got to go later. Morning Star, pass. Okay. Anything out here? Just lots of kelp. And you can see across to the camp. Okay.
Could use a wee kip.
Okay. I like how his accent randomly changes to Scottish every now and again. I'm pretty sure he's probably... Well, I don't know. Holy shit. Okay. Charging in blindly was a bad move. I should get out of that habit. These are all just weak shore-ups. Okay. No, what I want to do is... take down that priest. And use Armor of Faith there.
Aye?
A loss. Also take down that priest. Who am I missing? Okay. Yeah, everyone's got... What does that spell? Bewildering Spectacle. Nope. Dazzling Lights might work. Let's try casting up here. Okay, this is good. The priest is down. Adair's looking a bit worse for the wear, but he'll survive. I'm just gonna... Actually, let's have him drink a potion. Because he's actually coming very close to death as well. Okay, I can rest after this. Just have him focus on... Okay, he's not looking too bad right now. Well, he is looking pretty bad, but I think he'll survive.
Hey, leave it to me.
Okay, we're
Leave it to me.
Good luck, Adair. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that fireball was not good. Sharp quarter staff. I think it's just a regular, like, fighting staff. It doesn't actually have magical capabilities. Okay, let's turn off fast mode for now.
Then.
I probably should have been using sneak. Is there anything else in here? Okay, just that one. Let's... Well, actually... Yeah, okay, no. There's probably still enemies there, so let's camp out first. Okay, it's night time. That's not ideal, but...
They won't see me coming.
Let's keep going. Oh, it looks like the place is actually clear. Anything? Oh, there's some sand there. What do we have here? Minor regeneration. Let's dump that there. Scroll of Prayer Against Fear. I guess we'll give that to Durance. And this looks like a gemstone, so just straight to the stash. On that note, it looks like the place is completely mapped out. Let's make our way back to... turn back on. No, that, yeah. Leave that on. Head back to the camp and see if we missed any sand along the way. And buried letters and stuff like that. It doesn't look like it. No, that's just something here. Oh, right there. Page from Pavana's travels. After several days' journey, it seems it is time at last to part ways with my travelling companion from New Humor. A pity we could not see the compass together, but perhaps he will have as grand a time in Garen's grasp. I have given him my gloves for safe keeping. We found those as well. He was dead, for I will hardly need them in such fine weather.
Hey.
Well, this poor guy's travelling companions are all dead. I think he was the guy we found on top of the ruins, with the wolves underneath him. Fish and clumps of seaweed, bright green with heat, royal in the stew. It tastes pleasantly what? Pleasantly salty.
How do you do?
Yes you are. They're all dead. Good, I tired of their feeble attempts to surprise us. Here. For your trouble. And now we get underway with my part of the bargain. I'll get started on the mixture, but I need one more ingredient. Some spores from the creatures in that cave there. Oh, done it already. It should not take long. The mixture is ready. Take this to Alfra. Tell her to drink it before bed, as it induces sleep. She should find herself more energetic in the mornings. Tell her to eat more fish and cheese. The potion will sustain a healthy appetite. Grant her strength. She's a rather frail woman, from what I remember of her. Yeah, I thought this was a cure. I tend to ailments of the body. I cannot cure an infliction of the soul. Certainly not one afflicted by the gods. I've explained this many times. People will believe what they want. So let her believe. Perhaps that will help. Faith is a powerful thing. In the meantime, she will feel much improved. And if her child should not be claimed by the legacy, then it will be born healthy. That I promise. Okay.
Hey.
In that case, let's head back to town and hand this over. What is that? Is that a thing we didn't collect? Ah, screw it. It's not that important, I guess. Yeah, it's just a reef coral or whatever it was called. Back to town, Gilded Vale. We probably could have gotten away with not using that camping supply then, because when we used it there was no other combat left, so it's a bit of a pity. Ruining Teronian. Yeah, I think we'll check out at least the first level of this dungeon. And see if I can get to the lower levels. I think it's a 2-level dungeon or something like that, I'm not sure. Where am I going? The house is up here. Let's see. In we go. Let me just check something real quick. There we go. And, ooh, that's stealing.
Good day, stranger.
Yep, here it is. Should I tell her about the potion? I mean, I'm not too fond of lying, but like Ranga said, it might give her hope. Okay, I think I'm going to tell her the truth. But everyone said, I should have known. I've been so stupid. How could I think? I'm sorry, I wasted your time. You don't know that your child will meet the same fate. Perhaps this is best left to chance. Yep. You're right, I shouldn't turn to such methods. There may still be another way. I won't take the potion, but thank you all the same for acquiring it for me. Well, at least I got paid. What remains of... And take this as well. It was Haythort's. What was it? What did she give me? A minor cloak of protection. Oh. Okay. Well, he could certainly use that because he doesn't have one.
Hey.
There we go. Now worked out for the bed driving. Come on. Oh, here we go.
Of course.
Oh, what's going on? Cutscene. Kolsk. Wait a minute, aren't you the guy they're all like trying to kill? Trying to find? I don't think I should be talking to you. He appears to be favouring his left leg as he walks. There's a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers, under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. It seems you have done a dear offer a great service. Anshlog's Compass is a dangerous place. and yet you were willing to venture there to help her. Well, it wasn't too bad. Gildedville needs such courage in these dark times. Stout hearts, willing to do what is necessary to save these people. Can I count you among that number? Who are you? Only a man determined to see Gildedville restored to its former glory. There was a time, stranger, when Gildedville was worthy of its name. The wheat shone like gold on the hills, and the village's people lived well. I don't know about the golden crops, but there were less flies anyway. And what has become of it now? Whatever has caused a blight upon our lands, it is not the fault of its people. Radric looks to punish us for crimes we have not committed, and in turn he is blind to his own. I am not, and he will pay for what he has done. I, Kolsk, swear it by the flame. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. And so we are warned. If you would press on despite that, however, I wonder if we might not help one another. What is it you want me to do? It is a grim task that I ask of you, but I assure you there is no other option. Lord Redrick must be stopped. Too long has Gildedville suffered under Redrick's madness. He would cure Widwin's legacy by ensuring there are none alive in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, may be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defences, intent on ending Redrick's rule over ourselves. We entered through the sewers under cover of night, but we were outed. There are dark creatures down there in the dungeons, the work of Redrick's Animancer. It falls to you. Lord Redrick has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg assistance where I can. He's going to owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gildedville will have the stewardship it deserves. Ha. You know, this is very typical of Obsidian, making me make these difficult choices. The man is clearly a tyrant, but does it make it a good idea to try to assassinate him? I don't know. I mean, especially when these people all very clearly respect the man, if not fear him. And I don't really want to put my neck out for these people. But you know what? A quest's a quest. Let's do it. Then I commend you on your courage and thank you for your resistance. But I would not send you onward without due warning. Redrick's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Redrick. They will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will be all the more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault would be unwise. If you would brave it, you could follow our steps and seek out the entrance to the sewers at the eastern edge of the moat, but several of my men were captured. It may be the entrance has been found and sealed anew. Those men were under my command. I would be in your debt if you found some means of helping them. Once you make it inside, seek out my old friend, Nedmar. He is the High Priest, Baratheon now that the Shining God has fallen, a good man in difficult circumstances. He will listen to reason. Shining God. He never shone so brightly when his bomb took him. The moniker is obsolete now. Ash does not shine. It's like if someone was to call you the attractive priest at Durance. I love this little infighting that the game has within the party. Nedmar can help you reach Redrick, but he resides in the upper level of Redrick's hold, protected by guards and mercenaries. You'll have to keep to the shadows if you mean to reach him without alarming the entire keep. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Redrick's hold lies past Easterwood. I forgot to check that. Not far to the east. So it's I go here and then it's probably over here somewhere. Okay. Well, let's...
Hey.
I'll head to the inn. I don't actually need to rest, but I'll get some more camping supplies. So I'm back up to 4, and then we'll head into that dungeon. I may even need to pick up a second fighter.
Welcome.
But I'll leave that for now. Camping supplies. Because I got enough money for one, but... well, let's see. To start at level 2, which may be a good idea, would be 500 copper. It's not really ideal. Especially since I can probably find new party members. Well, let's just see how far I can get with this party.
All right then.
Let's see. In we go. Now I'm in my off camera game, in my like I want to say single player, but it's the whole game is single player. Yeah, I'm playing as a cleric of, or a priest of Aothas, and this is Aothas' temple. So this is sort of a interesting. Oh, haven't been in here for must be 5-6 years. Used to be real nice, bright, warm. A man lies resting against a wall, lit by dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. The place is not so empty as I thought. Paying your respects, Aothasian? A little risky, isn't it? Think what the townsfolk might say. Safer down here than up there, even with the rats as big as they are. I'm no litter if that's what you're thinking. Not one of his types either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe you'd have better luck. What happened? I was trying to avoid the spiders. Ran into a skilder. Might have gone a little better for me if the beast hadn't knocked the sword right out of my hand. Good blade too. Probably still lying in there in the dust. But I'm not, so that's alright. I could get the sword for you. That's kind of you, but there's no need. It wasn't doing me any good. You're welcome to it though if you find it. And more, if you help me get something more important. With the armor like this, I could use your help. These ruins around us used to be the temple of Aothas, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Deerwood. From Red Karas even. Until the war, of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones. The ones that couldn't get it for their heads that the god was dead and gone. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Redrick decided he'd been too lenient on the Aethosians. He had his people go in and put him to the sword. Left him down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Redrick ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that up until recently. Lord Redrick hopes if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven, and the legacy will end, see? But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in the god's house, it doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. Okay. Well, I'll find them. Then by the flame I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out, and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone after your remains. Okay. Well, that's 45 minutes, so let's end it here, and then we'll begin our excavations of the ruined Temple of Aethys. So, you know, all the usual things. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the other videos on the channel. As few as they are right now. Yeah. Until next time, I'll catch you later.